today we're going to be picking up from where we left off on the analysis that I did roughly around 6 days ago on how I swing trade gold using the volume profile. Now, in this analysis, we can see that gold is being really annoying right now, right, in terms of what it's doing, how it's behaving, and this overall situation that is created up here. And all I'm basically trying to figure out is, what does this thing want to do? What does it want to do? Do you want to come down all the way down here? Or do you want to keep doing what you're supposed to do, which is keep going up? So as it stands, I am already in a trade on gold, and I've been sitting in that trade for a long time now, right? I think this is my longest swing trade ever, because I'm tapped in at this level right here, and I'm tapped in at this level right here, right? And I had a position up here, and obviously that went bad. I came close a few days ago, and it's now back down here again. So this trade is like a little bit profitable, and this one is a little bit profitable, but this whole thing here is really annoying, right? It's really annoying, and I'm trying to work out exactly what is happening, because my mindset on gold right now is slightly different to quite a fair bit of traders. Well, it's not actually. There is quite a lot of traders that have adopted my kind of sentiment in the market in regards to gold. Not many, but there are some, right? And the overall decision is we're basically never selling gold. So we would never hold a position riding gold to the downside. We can see when it's about to sell off, right? But whenever it comes all the way down, we'll be buying from the bottom or near the bottom, essentially, right? So that is the plan. We don't sell gold at all. We only take long positions. So with that said, we can see what's clearly taking place in this area over here, which is really annoying, because I was thinking to myself, okay, gold is pushing up, that's great. We just needed to close above the volume area high, okay, which is this level right here, and maybe start to push up some more. And once it does a pullback anywhere around here, we could then buy some, knowing that these moves are all locked in. But it's just annoying because obviously I'm not really trying to be seeing all this right now. I just want this thing moving in the way that it's supposed to, and it's just so annoying to watch. So with that said and done, I had to get my rant out of the way because I just had to. So what we're gonna do is we're going to pick up from where we left off. I need to adjust this low volume node area a little bit more, right? Because that has changed. It's not so much as what it was. And let me see if this is legit. Okay, let me get rid of this level as well, because the thing with trend lines, right, is you kind of have to be willing to expand it, right? You gotta be willing to expand the trend line. Other than that, you're just going to think that every single move it does is broken the trend line, and trust me, that helps nobody. So I'm just having a look now to see where to place this trend line. Let me just see how far this goes. Wow, it actually cuts all the way through it. Okay, let me just rejig that. Yeah, so that's okay. Just rejig that. I think I'll hold the trend line like that right now. There is a high possibility that it is gonna actually break through. It's gonna break through this trend and come all the way down. Now I'm thinking price might come down to this zone right here. I'm thinking price might come into this zone, which would be 3275.72, right? So I think price is going to come down into this zone. Now if we get a close below 3242.09, right, at that point, yes, market is selling off, but I would not be looking for sales, right? I cannot stress that enough. If it comes below below this level right here, all I will be doing is I'll be using the low volume nodes in this area right here to plan on taking on long entries again, right? This is a high stakes game that we're playing over here right now, and I do not recommend this game for anyone that doesn't really understand what is going on here in terms of what it is I'm actually doing, my true intention, right? But bottom line is, as price falls, we're only looking for long positions. That's the only thing we're looking for. Now, ideally, because I already have locked in buys at these levels over here, I don't really want to see price come all the way down here, right? But if it did, then yeah, that would be that would be a painful situation. But however, on the return to the upside, it's all going to be good. So if price comes down to these levels, I'm looking for buys, and I think I will have to do it with pending orders. Now the issue with pending orders is, if you get them wrong, what could happen is price will come in, take your pending order, right? Take your pending order and then fly back down again, right? Take you with it, and so on and so forth, right? So I will have to be real strategic as to how I place that pending order, right? I have to be really, and it's not an easy thing to do. I'm not even going to lie to you guys, it's not an easy thing to do, but that's something that I will have to do. And I'll have to figure out how to execute that properly. But that will be the overall vibe. The overall vibe will be looking for long positions in gold to ride it to the upside. And right now gold is going a bit bearish, right? So if you're looking for sales, well, because price has gone, let's see where price is leaving right now. Okay, this is why this is so annoying. So price is leaving the high value area where we have a low volume node sitting right here. Right, so we have a low volume node sitting right here. Actually, as a matter of fact, this is the whole thing. Right, so this whole area is where we kind of was expecting price to make a decision as to if it was going to go through or come down. And now what we can see is price has moved all the way down. We had a low volume node in this area as well, a weak one, but it's still one that we had to keep an eye on. Price has moved away from that, and it's where it is right now, which is around the point of control. Okay, now the only places where it can go right now is it can come all the way down to the zones that I marked out, which is 3275.72, or it can come below that, which is 3242.90. Now if it does either or flies all the way down to this low volume node over here, right, then essentially I'm in a bad spot with my longs on gold right now. I would be in a bad spot, I cannot lie, right? I'll be in a bad spot, which is cool because it's part of the game. It is part of the game. Some will say, yeah, you should have been selling from up here. There's certain assets that you sell, and gold ain't one of them, right? So that's just that. That is just that. It's like taking, obviously there is no comparison between gold and Bitcoin, right? There's no comparison whatsoever, right? But it's like taking short positions on Bitcoin. Right now, would you do that? No, right? So, but however, on this particular asset, we're very comfortable taking short positions, and it never really pans out well for us, right? I mean, in the short term, you get a little something, but in the long term, you missed out on huge gains. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I want to keep my trades, right, as simple as possible, because I don't have to be a rocket scientist to make this work. I really don't have to be, and I'm good enough to know how to navigate this space. So why not just choose a simple asset and just work with that? That's my opinion anyway, just my opinion, right? So I'm always going to be bullish on gold and silver, point blank and simple. That's going to be the vibe. So like I said, if it comes down, it's going to be painful. Like, it will be painful, I am not going to lie, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't come lower than where it is right now. Maybe it doesn't come, yeah, maybe it doesn't come lower than this, right? Because if it comes around this level right here, which is the 32.75, I may hop on and grab some more. But where it would be really good for me to actually pick up some more, which is obviously a dangerous area, but this is the game, it would be around this level right here. So I'm just gonna put a little thing in the middle. So around 31.62, that would be a great place for me to actually pick up some gold from, right? If it plans on coming lower. Now, if it comes into this area, this is going to have to be executed via pending order, right? I will have to execute this particular trade via a pending order. That would be the smart way of doing it, right? But however, this level right here would be the sweet spot. This level right here would be the sweet spot, right? And this would be the worst. Like, this would be insane amount of pressure that I would be taking on right now if gold comes all the way down here. But at the same time, this is a place that I'm kind of eyeing up as an entry, right? As an entry, because my stops are relatively around that area. I might even have to move it even lower, right? I might have to move it even lower. But yeah, it's a dicey situation I find myself in, and gold is being really annoying. I was expecting it to have started to fly off by now, but it looks like this whole area is a giant range that is gone into right now. And I need it to start moving that way ASAP from today, as a matter of fact. But we'll see. We will see. So with that said and done, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button, you turn on the notification, and you drop us a like, and I will see you all on the next one.